Hello and welcome back to Noire. I am Ohio Gaming, and you. Now, before I start, I'm gonna do a double upload today. I'm uploading right now, and then I'll be uploading Doom later tonight. Right now, we're doing Noire. I hope you are enjoying this series as I know we're about halfway, I've been told, so this is gonna be interesting. Welcome back to Noire. Let's get into it. He was in a club and listening to that girl, and that's where I ended the stream. So let's listen in to what else is going to be happening. I'll stay quiet during this.
Of course we will look into it. Yes, I'm aware that it's an election year. Keep a hold of your hat, Count. Lose your nerve. It would appear that someone has hocked a rose gold wedding ring, a matching engagement ring. Sound familiar? Press the pawnbroker and see what you can find out. The address is 348 South Main Street. The Muller case goes before the grand jury next week, and the D egg on his face. Then get out to the railroad depot on Santa Fe Avenue. We have another poor unfortunate found this morning beside a railroad line. 40-year-old white woman.
I really am enjoying this series.
Another body, and Deirdre Muller's ring. The Emperor may soon have to close.
Exactly did you get that book of riddles shoved up your ass, Phelps? What's tuition for?
Why did I go this way?
Isn't he the cop who won a medal and is solving all the cases?
Isn't that the cop who caught the guy?
But we can find out. So I am really enjoying this series.
You've got to admit, this is looking great. Take it along with all of the other indicators.
Cole, Hugo Moeller was identified. He's our guy.
But I am
Witnesses have fingered the wrong guy before.
He ran, for God's sakes.
And he always maintained.
I really want to get a camera for this system. It's weird how I have a camera for my PlayStation and another camera for my Xbox.
How can I help you boys?
Galloway, LAPD. You have a rose gold wedding and engagement ring?
David Bremner. Pledge. Gave that bum money. Now you guys are gonna leave me short.
How much did you give him?
$50.
10. Feel lucky you're getting it.
I have the rings right here.
What's the
Maker's mark. Usually traceable. That one came from Hartfield's Jewelry down on Broadway.
Thanks for the tip.
Love how his like fingerprints are like really identical, and like his fingernails identical, and it's really kind of awesome.
Does this mark mean anything?
Hallmark. Gives you an idea of the quality.
What have you got on the guy who brought these in?
Kelly. Gave an address. 15 Poland Street, London, Tulare County.
Can you give us a description of the man who pawned these rings?
Not sure. Medium height, care, I think. Sorry. He just had one of those forgettable faces.
Let's go.
We have a problem.
We could have
Can't
the
go that
local
way.
troopers check out the
Well, we
Tulare
could,
County
but I
address.
don't want to.
He's having fun with us. The guy who's been sending the Dahlia letters is also the guy who pawned his rings.
You figure that?
Percy Bish killed Elizabeth Short. May have also killed Deirdre Mullen.
And how do we prove that, Phelps? Skipper ain't gonna like this one.
You know,
His own
you
vanity.
know, I don't care if like nobody's watching my stream. I just enjoy doing this
The citizen reports a
for a
man with a
living.
gun
Like,
on Grand between 4th and Pike.
and it really relieves my anxiety and my anxiety. But it really relieves my depression. And I always said if you have a job, because I treat this as a part-time job, that's all that matters. Really. I really enjoy doing this.
KGPL 20 Central Unit. The citizen reports a man with a gun.
You gotta call for help. He doesn't look real good.
Quick, what happened?
Some punk held up my stand. He got hit and hightailed it through the parking lot. Get going!
You gotta get me closer!
Yeah, we've
You
already
come
done
any
this,
closer,
but
I'll pull
I
the
think it
trigger.
was when I
Put the
killed
weapon
him. I
down
recorded
now!
it.
What the hell?
For it, Phelps. Up and at him. I'll hold up here, Phelps.
That shouldn't-
Car 11K calling KGP.
Roger on your ambulance. All units be advised.
Oh, we already
the
done it.
suspect is down on Grand between 4th and 5th Streets. Repeat, the suspect is down. Code 4.
I don't know why it's really annoying though. I wish the street addresses you get or the street friends that you get pops up new one instead of the old one. How you get in there?
You boys ready? Follow me.
The ring.
We're all on the same team, Rusty.
Chain of command, Phelps. The skipper will decide.
I get it, Rusty. I just don't like it.
Okay. I figured he'd just take us to it. I didn't know he was actually...
Hard, isn't it?
Yeah. I look after all the rail depots.
What have you got?
The Negro, Nelson. I came down here to...
Emerson found the body?
Something like that.
Thanks for...
Guy makes me sick.
Rainy and the Peachy Cat for following me.
I'm at a loss.
Officer, then the coroner. Carruthers has a body he has to inspect. He'll wait a couple of minutes.
Wouldn't park there if I were you.
I hope the...
Someone was trying to get her to come home. We could go over to the lot and see what they know about her.
That's going to be difficult, Cole. Keystone Studio lot closed back in 41.
Remember her. This is a chit for personal items, not booze. It's an angle worth investigating.
Have to turn on lights and stuff. I'll get that phone when it gets to it.
Smell?
Very good. There is the usual evacuation smell, but it appears she's been living rough for quite some time.
Smell of alcohol.
Well, the autopsy will tell, but I would assume that she was inebriated.
Another missing ring.
Certainly seems I've been swabbing a lot of bare fingers.
More exact about the time of death?
No later than 2 a.m. The state the body was in, what we can do.
All right.
Phelps, 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need an address on Levine's Liquor, closest store to the Santa Fe Avenue rail yard, if possible.
Just a moment, Detective. 939 South Hope Street.
Thanks.
For some reason this ain't closed yet. I wonder if we have to go back. We got all the clues. So I wonder if we'll have to go back here. Okay.
You know the way. You can drive.
These want to sell the relief food that we're sending them?
Yeah. Yeah, I read about that. Want to sell the food to fund the Civil War against the communists.
Really? I guess that's okay then.
Armies can't fight without food. Spend all your money on weapons, but you still have to have the will to fight. Fortunately.
Mouth. You know what you're saying?
The people of this country overthrew a king. You think the Chinese will balk at an emperor if they are starving?
Yeah, I will. I will only have to. I will only be able to do one episode a day, and then tonight I'll be able to do at least 2 or maybe even 2.5. Can't do things get interrupted for some reason.
Drink, fellas.
Phelps, Galloway, homicide. We need to ask you some questions concerning Evelyn Summers.
I'm Walter Mensch. Summers, what is it now?
You knew Evelyn?
As well as I wanted to know Evelyn. She had pageant drinks, never had any money. She was in just a couple of nights ago.
Did she ever tell you where she was staying?
I think she was living rough. She had that kind of stunk about her.
Who did she drink with?
A bunch of these guys. Ask around.
What's your name?
Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Mind if I ask you some questions?
Starving writer, detective. What do you want to ask about?
Evelyn Summers, and why she was found beaten and strangled in the rail depot on Santa Fe.
Hey, I see your point.
How well did you know her?
I can't say that I knew her. It was more like I was aware of her.
Did you see Evelyn last night?
No, I was at home, writing.
To get interested in you?
She hung out with this powder puff, James Tiernan. They haunt.
How well do you know James Tiernan?
I know he works some kind of plebeian job at Rawlings.
Rawlings. I know that place. Corner of 9th and Grand. A lot of cops bowl there.
Do you have a criminal record, Mr. McCaffrey?
Nothing serious.
Do you want to save me some time, or do you want me to look up your file?
Industrial disputes, strikes, workers' rights, that kind of...
Regular fifth columnist. Nice to meet you, comrade.
Thank you for the information, Mr. McCaffrey.
Feeling we're going to be going back to those 2 places. Let's go to the liquor store.
You're behind the wheel. What did you make of McCaffrey?
Very soon, we'll run him and the rest of his pinko buddies out of Los Angeles. See?
I like the 1940s art style they have in this game. I wish Noire too, but I know that's probably very unlikely.
Do for you.
LAPD, Phelps and Galloway. We're making inquiries into the murder of Evelyn Summers.
She's dead?
You knew Evelyn Summers, Mr.
Robbins. Yes, I knew Evelyn. Ex-husband. She kept some of her stuff here.
Can you show us, please?
Sure. Come this way.
Fine stock here, Mr. Robbins. You know, you let us take some for the road, this case might get solved a lot quicker.
He's joking, Mr. Robbins.
She kept a bed here, but I probably shouldn't have let her. An alcoholic in a liquor store, that was never good.
We'll take a look around. She wasn't always such a loner. Evelyn was reading Aristotle?
Evelyn wasn't stupid. The only stupid thing about her was her need to drink.
Borrowing books from Grosvenor McCaffrey. We're trying to account for Evelyn's movements yesterday.
By in the morning.
A social visit to pick up some of her things?
She had a couple of bucks and bought a quart of rye. She didn't mention it, but she did say the booze was a present for a boy, and she had to make it up to him.
Were you and Evelyn close, Mr. Robbins?
Many people will be sad she's gone. You're one of the few.
I've been sleeping rough of late.
It became difficult for me to have her stay. Her mother was trying to get her back on the straight and narrow. She's old now. And to be honest, you have to have a good reason to want to get back on.
Do you know a friend of Evelyn's by the name of McCaffrey?
Not personally.
She talked about McCaffrey.
Supposedly he fought in the International Brigade in strikes back in Virginia.
Thanks for your help, Mr. Robbins.
No problem. Hey, I'd like to make arrangements for the funeral. You think I could get in?
Put in a call to the watch commander at Central Station, Mr. Robbins. He'll be trying to reach the next of kin.
Thanks. Get the guy, huh? Evelyn never hurt anybody.
You can drive.
Where exactly are we going?
I need to make a call real quick, I think. No? Alright. Let's get back to this guy and have a talk with him.
Can you drive to this one?
Car 11K, car 11K, come in. Car 11K, KGPL.
11 King.
A message from Captain Donnelly, return to Central, code 2.
11 King, en route. Let's not keep...
Oh, we have to go to here. What I mean of ending the stream, I'll have to end it whenever this mission is over, so I'm hoping it will be at least an hour, but I don't know.
The captain is downstairs with Ray Pinker and Carruthers.
I was... What's this about, Captain?
Ray and Mal have some concerns over the Henry and Muller cases, which I don't want aired outside of this room.
The evidence is solid, Captain.
I agree, Rusty. It's just that corpses keep piling up.
Copycats.
I've been banging the same drum. Notes and the lipstick messages.
Evelyn Summers, Cartel Classic Carmine. Each woman, same brand, same color.
The Terrelson didn't have a lipstick message.
Technically, you're right, Rusty. She didn't have any lipstick, but she did have a message. We found it beneath her dress, scraped with a sharp stick.
Hey.
You sure you want to know?
Ray?
As far as we can be sure, it said cunt BD.
One way of looking at it.
Looking at what?
Cunt is all about access, Phelps. You're married, so yours is... Some of us like to pay by installments. This guy doesn't like to pay at all.
Why are you so angry, Mal?
Because I just had to fire one of my assistants. He was a friend of Jameson's. God knows what he might have been up to.
Captain, we have good leads in the Summers case, but it's up to you to decide how we proceed.
Keep this under your hat for now. And to follow up on Evelyn Summers, I want daily reports.
Back to the Summers case. Get an address for McCaffrey. He'll have blown the bar. I'll meet you outside.
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need an address for a Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Grosvenor McCaffrey. Apartment 6, 126 Yale Street, between Ord and Alpine.
Thanks, ma'am. You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Fine. Where are we headed?
Go to the bowling alley.
Let me pose a question.
Got to do with
Morals. Would it bother you to put the wrong person away?
Depends.
On what?
On whether any bits in the slam ever found out.
Hello, Rusty. Two on your usual lane?
Detective Phelps. Homicide.
You must be new. What's your shoe size?
This is business, Florence. You got a guy works here by the name of Tiernan?
Sure we do. He's a pin setter. Clears the jet, works the gutters. Go right in. He'll be hopping around the lanes. He's a nice boy.
Thanks, ma'am. Let's go get him.
All around, dawg.
I used to be indecisive.
Yeah.
Food wasn't great.
Tiernan! LAPD! There!
What are you waiting for? Get after him!
We might go faster if we weren't carrying the extra... These are flashy cars to be parked outside a bowling alley.
The lanes attract a fast-living individual.
Or a middle-aged individual with the need to feel virile.
Don't go to slows. Another runner. At least we've got a suspect.
Why do they always run? I'm sure we've got the wrong person in more than one of these homicides, but they always seem to lam it.
You know, airtight by any means. Hit him! Clean this asshole up. I'll try to shoot out his tires. Wish me luck.
If this isn't the killer, we can...
That's unless he runs into a wall and saves us all the trouble. Come on, Phelps, you're the weasel.
I wasn't expecting him to take that freaking road.
Whoa, looks like we're going into the tunnels.
God damn it, he'll kill himself.
It's all right. Okay with it.
I lost him after that. Me spinning out didn't really help matters any. Hoping I can get him sooner than that. I probably would have had him if I didn't spin out.
LAPD!
Yeah, you know, these parts I wish I could skip. I don't think, no, you can't skip doing that. Even though it's not long, it's the fact that, you know, you start to listen to it.
There!
There was like short, you know, after you get in there, save.
What are you waiting for? It might go faster if we weren't
explain
carrying
that.
the extra weight. These are flashy cars to be parked outside a bowling alley.
Fast-living individual with money to burn, Cole.
Or a middle-aged individual with the need to feel virile.
Another runner. Well, at least we've got a suspect.
Always run. I'm sure we've got the wrong person in more than one of these homicides, but they always seem to lam it.
You know, your theories are tight by any means, folks.
Phelps, you gotta get me closer! If this isn't the killer, we can at least get him for reckless endangerment.
Runs into a wall and saves us all the trouble.
Keep it steady and I'll try to bust his tires! I hope the people see him in time to get out of the way. Because someone's setting them up. Because they feel like the deck is stacked against them.
Don't make up ridiculous stories, sport. Leave that to the perp's imagination. Whoa, looks like we're going into the tunnels.
God damn it, he'll kill himself.
It's alright, as long as he doesn't kill us, I'm okay with it. That is about fucking time.
That was a weird transition there, but funny. I hate when I hear that ding because I think it's my phone, because I have a bell on my phone that sounds just like that ding on the TV.
You can drive.
My headphones, in my headphones.
And where exactly are we going?
We're going to McCaffrey's apartment because that's the last one that we need to go to. I don't think Tiernan did it. I just think he ran because he had no other option. I really think it's McCarthy, and I don't know what his name is. I don't know how to pronounce it, but I think he done it. But I could be wrong.
McCaffrey's in
Last
apartment
one.
6.
Well, no, not the last one. Wrong side.
Doesn't look like anybody's home.
Terrible shame. Means there's nobody to let us in. Do the honors, Phelps?
Don't think this is any use to us.
And you're the one that did up, so. Oh.
Torn from the letter we found beside the body. At the very least, I'd say it ties McCaffrey to the scene.
Not sure this means much.
He said he was at home. He said he didn't know her. And we have the book.
Carruthers argue his way out of this one.
Is that you, Grosvenor? Who are you guys? What are you doing in here?
We're from the LAPD, ma'am. Do you know where we might find McCaffrey?
I'm his neighbor. Is he in trouble?
Look, lady, we need to find him, and in a hurry. Are you going to give me trouble?
He has a pigeon coop up on the roof. He spends his mornings up there when he's been drinking.
How do we get up there?
Down the hall and up the stairs.
Drunk and in command of a carrier pigeon. Surely we can write him up for that. A citation, at least.
Grosvenor McCaffrey! Running on a hangover, McCaffrey? Sit down and we'll talk.
Son of a bitch. I'll go get our wheels.
That was weird.
Grosvenor McCaffrey! Running on a hangover, McCaffrey? Sit down and we'll talk.
I'll go get our wheels.
Damn it!
There he is. See him?
You a runner, McCaffrey? Stay and fight the good fight.
There he is, officer!
Give it up, LAPD! McCaffrey, you're under arrest on suspicion of murdering Evelyn Summers.
He did it.
We need to get downtown and wrap this thing up. It's got to be McCaffrey. Unless Tiernan set him up. You don't think that asshole Jameson could have done it, do you? Whoever did it. So what's that Dahlia?
McCaffrey didn't do the Dahlia.
We have a list of over 200 suspects. His name was never on.
Exhaustive, Rusty. Who am I to argue?
Listen, let's just work the case at hand, shall we? Then down and put all the puzzle pieces together at a later date.
I'll hold you to that.
The Dahlia is going to be one hard case to crack.
Make it stick with one of these suspects, gentlemen.
It's either McCaffrey or Tiernan, sir. I think Jameson is an aberration.
All right. I'll deal with that degraded lunatic myself. He's got some fearful retribution coming. Tiernan isn't one, McCaffrey isn't two. I want the from one of them. Don't fail me, young fellows.
I'm praying that those prints come through so I can nail that son of a...
Answer some questions.
You think I have all the answers?
People who run from the police usually have something to hide.
Yay, detective. Let's see where this takes us.
Early knew Evelyn Summers.
She hung around sometimes. I had very little to do with her.
You'll have to do better than that, Grosvenor. We know about you and Evelyn.
And a boring one at that. You can't link her to me.
Really?
We know that you thought enough of her to loan out your copy of the Metaphysics.
I what? Did no such thing. That bitch stole that book from my apartment. The impudent fucking moron.
And that made you angry?
Angry? I was livid. Looking up at me with that stupid face of hers, begging me to forgive her. Aha. Good. That's one to you, detective.
Evelyn died sometime around midnight.
I was at home, writing. I'm working on a manuscript.
You're lying, McCaffrey. You were out at the rail yard.
And what do you have that proves I was there?
How about half of Augusta Summers' last correspondence with her daughter?
What are you talking about?
After you were done beating Evelyn, you searched her and found her mother's letter. That old lady's anguish amused you.
I know nothing about Evelyn's goddamn mother.
So what was it doing on your writing desk?
I don't know, but if I didn't put it there, somebody else did. Try exercising your powers of deduction on that.
It's either going to be you or Tiernan, Grosvenor.
Stick, detective. The party has good lawyers.
Thank you, he did it.
His wife, I said, all's fair.
So, you gonna see your married man again?
Why did you run, Tiernan?
Me?
Can you describe your relationship with Evelyn?
I barely knew Evelyn.
Sounds like half an answer to me, Tiernan. Were you sleeping with her?
That's none of your business.
Aristophysics, the book that belonged to McCaffrey.
McCaffrey saw her looking at her once and laughed in her face.
And you're saying Evelyn stole it?
She wanted something of his.
You don't like McCaffrey, do you, Tiernan?
He's full of the common man routine, but he props up a bar like the rest of us. Evelyn thought he was going to be a great novel. And he had nothing but vitriol for her.
You and Evelyn were drinking together. She had no other place to stay.
I don't know what happened last night. I don't remember.
If you don't give me some reason to think differently about this, Tiernan, I'm gonna have...
Drank half a bottle of scotch. I don't remember a goddamn thing.
Do you own a car, Tiernan?
No, I don't.
Have access to a lug wrench?
To clear jams in the pin setting machines.
The report says that Evelyn was killed with a wrench. I think you did it and then planted the evidence at McCaffrey's apartment for us.
We went to his apartment. McCaffrey was up on the roof. Evelyn stole the book. McCaffrey went crazy when he found out. He set her out of her misery. He can be very cruel.
Evelyn was missing a ring from her right hand.
Always wore it. Big black circular disc with a white E in the middle. Typewriter key. A present from the prop department at her old movie studio.
We're going to talk to McCaffrey. Think about what you've told us, Tiernan. You're not in the clear.
Vice boys get any on the side?
Bronco.
We found the lug wrench that Evelyn was battered with in your apartment, and the note from her mother, and your blood-stained clothing. We have you cold, McCaffrey.
You think if I could be bothered to murder Evelyn Summers, I would be stupid enough to leave the evidence in my apartment?
Then some evil mastermind must be at work here. You got a name, McCaffrey?
Tiernan. Who else?
I was under the impression you thought Tiernan incapable of shoelaces.
Got this gadget whiz putting recording device in.
Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need the jacket on a Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Just a moment, Detective. McCaffrey was formerly under surveillance by the Red Squad. Convictions for dishonorable discharge from the Army during training at Syracuse. Assault on a local woman. Says he almost beat...
Thank you.
I think he did it. Even though I think Karen is
You were in the
fucking
war?
crazy.
Yes. Seeing the things that I saw, it changes a man. I came back here determined to change things. All I wanted was an opportunity to speak out.
You told us before that you had only minor run-ins with the police.
You didn't go for violence. That's the salient point here, isn't it?
Yes, you...
Lying, McCaffrey. You have a history of violence towards women.
How do you turn a couple parking tickets and a petty theft misdemeanor into an assault charge?
We know all about you and your dishonorable discharge, beating some poor woman near to death in Syracuse. You've never been in combat, McCaffrey. Your whole life is a fraud.
She was a goddamn peasant whore! She tried to steal from my wallet. I could have fought for this country. I could have...
You beat her because she stole from you, because she tried to outsmart you.
What is a man supposed to do? Sit there and take it? How is a man supposed to call himself a...
Poor drunken nobody stole your book.
And she got what was coming to her!
Grosvenor McCaffrey, I'm charging you with the murder of Evelyn Summers. She was a sad herself. I hope God finds a way to forgive you.
Congratulations, boys, you bagged the fine catch. Another red to boot. Grand. Now, I want you to put Fender out of your mind. This McCaffrey creature shows no remorse, and neither will the grand jury. Walk a long mile to find a better candidate for an unmarked plot in a prison graveyard.
We have Shaughnessy and Dunn squad. The gunny is dead. First platoon is in worse shape. That medic is either crazy or the bravest man alive.
Can we rally with the further Nambus?
It's sheer to the left. To the right, it goes right through a pass with 2 Nambus and Enfilade. Mate, we can lose everyone.
Lieutenant! They'll start walking the mortars back to their own positions. We only have minutes. I'm in charge here, Sergeant. Get your men off the bridge, Lieutenant. What's in it? What's your unit, Sergeant? I company 22nd Marines, Lieutenant, and we just saved your ass by fording the river. My to reconnoiter the... I think that point is now moot. You have 10 men left. My order, move out!
Alright guys, I'm going to end off the video here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please hit that, give this video a big like. Follow if you're not following already. As always guys, keep gaming, keep being positive. I will be live at 10:30 tonight for Doom. I will be trying to go 2 hours and a half to make up for yesterday. I love you guys to death. Don't forget to keep gaming, keep being positive, and I'll see you in the next episode. Till next time, peace.